What's up, everybody? Peace, love, and blessings. I just wanted to get on here real quick, man, and kind of clarify some things. I don't have somebody jump in my DM, man, and try to correct some things. Now, I know I was saying I had it mixed up with South Memphis, North Memphis. Okay, so I had to clarify that. Dolph is from South Memphis, and CMG and the rest of those artists are North Memphis. But I want to get on here really, man, just really to clarify this. I don't think you people understand how deep and how complicated this game, that rap game is. Okay? Them cats not talking about mafia and mob shit for nothing. They live in it. These are multimillionaires. They are part of a big, big conglomerate. Okay? There's a lot of people behind the scenes that you don't hear about and that you do hear about. We know the power of Diddy and Puffy. They control, believe it or not, people, they control 70% of what goes on in the rap game. Okay? This is why you see Diddy everywhere. Motherfuckers be like, niggas don't like Diddy, but they can't help but respect him because he controls everything. He has a lot to do with where and how your music moves. And it's just that simple. So they control a lot. But let me get back into this, man. Gotti had his brother killed, and he had to. It was a family decision. Any street cat, anybody from the streets, just go back and watch your gangster movies, man, with the John Gottis and the the Goodfellas. Those, they operated in a certain way to protect the family's interests and to preserve a legacy. Okay, this is exactly what had. This was a hit, man. This was a family called hit. Big Jook made a big mistake, man, when he orchestrated the hit on Dolph. Now, it's being said, like I said on my last video, it's being said that Gotti didn't know about it. Big Jook orchestrated it, okay? Y'all got to understand, Big Jook is major down there in North Memphis. He that man down there. So, that beef between him and Dolph and the rival gangs, that war down there is real. But Jook took it upon himself to put that hit on Dolph. It was a major, major mistake because all that heat, everything started falling back down on Yo Gotti. It started affecting everything, okay? And then on top of that, now the feds in his business. Again, guys, he was going to have to go and testify. He was being implicated, okay? The police, anytime the feds pull you in, they letting you know, listen, we know you're involved. Do you want to talk? Okay? And the police or the feds pull you in, they telling you, we know you're involved. Do you want to say something? So Big Jook was picked up and then released on the same day. Now, this infuriated, and this made Gotti very uncomfortable. Everybody looking at Gotti now. So now, if you know that your brother, your big brother, is going to be implicated, he got to go because you're tied to him. You're connected. He has to go. And now, they could put everything on Jook. Jook orchestrated it by itself. Yo Gotti had no idea, which is kind of believable. It makes a little sense. Maybe Gotti didn't know. Gotti's a businessman. If you're going to okay a hit on Dolph, you better be prepared for the backlash. And I think Yo Gotti, even though they didn't get along, even though they hated each other, even though it was a war, okay, I don't believe, it is believable that maybe Jook operated on his own, man. You got to understand, man, Dolph was a fool, too. Dolph was a street cat, and Dolph was connected. But what I want you guys to understand is this, okay? Now, Yo Gotti is good. He ain't got nothing to worry about now. That loose end is tied. But it was a sacrifice to the degree of him not having to go to jail, and now It's going to take a while, but now CMG can try to, after this trial, because the trial is starting in about a month or two. So now, things can try to settle down and he can get back to business. He wasn't going to be able to rest knowing that Jook was about to have to go in court, all this shit, man. This was a called hit. He killed his brother, man. He had to. But Jook brought that on himself when he orchestrated the hit on Dolph. Okay? And Jook knew that. Jook knew it. I mean, come on, y'all. Just open your eyes. Open your eyes. This man is got, when Yo Gotti was at the funeral or whatnot, they said he had plenty of security. Why your brother, who is the main man of CMG, Big Jook, why he only got one security guard? And he already had several attempts on his life. Come on, man. It's not adding up. It's not adding up. So, you guys got to understand, man, these guys are really connected. They really making mob and mafia type decisions when it comes to their family, when it comes to their organization. And this was the perfect example of that. Now, of course, I know a lot of people are saying, hey, man, PRE, and them niggas ain't, they taking credit for it. Well, you can't really say they taking credit for it. All they saying is, they talking about smoking the juke packs and all that. They was doing the same thing when Dolph got killed, man. So it's just a back and forth. It's the level of disrespect. Them cats down there in South Memphis is riding for Dolph, man. They riding. My family said, man, my family used to live on the outskirts. And you watch the news every day. They say it is just, it's a murder or shootings every single day. Every single day. So they down there, man, in a war zone right now. But everybody that's in North and South Memphis, they know what's happening. Even in the rap game, these cats know what's happening, man. Don't just think they don't know what's going on. They know what's happening. And it's unfortunate, man, that we got so many children, young men dying. But that's the game they chose. It's deep, man, but I just want to get on here and clarify that, man, let y'all know, man. Y'all got to open your eyes. This just ain't this ain't no cap. This is real talk. You think them cats gonna get that close to Jook and his mama? Come on, Gotti is smarter than that. Gotti got money. Man, listen, if my brother's life is on the line, my mother, and possibly my mother and sister, I'm going to make sure I pay whatever to make sure security, make sure they safe. Come on, y'all. Anybody listening to me would do the same thing. If you got all the money and you at war, you're going to make sure not only that you're heavily secure, but that your family is heavily secure. Come on now. Big Jook had one bodyguard, man. He was slipping majorly. That was a called, ordered hit from within the circle. But it had to be done. Anybody that's street, anybody that understands the game, knows it had to be done. It's just part of it. I think Jook's biggest mistake was he ordered that hit on young Dolph. That was the biggest mistake he made because they began to take heat from every angle. And it just became his demise. And hey, it is what it is, man. But hey, peace, love, and blessings, y'all. I just wanted to get on here and clarify that. Always remember this, people. Truth is always stranger than fiction. Love.